So, in the songs we're doing this morning, the child is born, right? Christmas is all about the anticipation, the connection of God, the gift that Jesus Christ will bring. And this morning, I really want to talk about not necessarily Jesus, but about you and me. So, the Christ is born, and Jesus was born. And we don't really talk about the years when he was little, and he was growing, and he was integrating, and he was trying to understand the world, and he was reading and studying. We don't really talk about the effort that was put into the human experience in order for him to become that realized Christed being as a man. But it was very real. And we experienced that. We all have felt this holiday season, I'm sure, a moment where you could feel God in your heart and you felt that touch and you felt that oneness, did you not? If it was just for a minute, just for a minute. That Spirit of God, Christ in you is there. It's awake. And we've experienced it and it's fabulous. We celebrate Christmas. And now how do we tend that baby? How do we tend the baby that is in our hearts seeking to grow and integrate and become fully expressive on the earth plane? I think you know what I'm talking about. Thank you. I have one. The light in your life is truly the divine Christ spark of who you are. That's the light in your life. And the light in you is one with God. And you are the Christ. You're one with Jesus Christ. You're one with God. That's what's in you. So, Spirit asked me to remind you. Imagine that you could go into a library. I know if you're too young, imagine that you can go into a media center on your phone. And there would be so many things that you could read, so many things that you could take into your body. Everything that we are exposed to via reading or watching or whatever, we're taking into our consciousness ways of behaving as humans. And so we have all these beautiful files. Oh, I could be a gangster. Oh, I could be so sweet. Oh, I could kick butt and take names. And all of these things are stored in us. Everything that you touch, everything you read, it's all inside you. And from that cornucopia, you get to choose how you want to express. How do I want to shine my light? Ooh, I want to be big and bad right now. Oop, flip a file. I know I've got a personality in there. I saw it in a movie. I know how to do it. Boom, I'm big and bad. Right? Our ego structure picks a couple of them and makes them perfect. Ooh, that's going to be my go-to when I'm mad. When I'm at your spouse, or your partner. When I'm mad at my partner, this is my go-to. This is what I'm going to say, and I say the very same thing every single time. Did anybody experience that? Maybe, perhaps you don't do it, but perhaps your partner does. The very same thing, the very same argument, the very thing that hasn't yet been forgiven yet, and I'm going to keep it unforgiven so I can throw it back at you for years. And that's how we roll. In our human experience, we have choices as to how to express our light. And just becoming aware that when I am saying by rote anything, I am pulling a file and I'm expressing my light through some pattern that I've just filed away. And I'll see if it works. Have you ever been fighting with someone, particularly a spouse or partner, and they start pulling out the old stuff? And they start pulling out the old stuff. And you just look at them and say to them very gently, and what's your point? Can you say that differently? How can we make this better? Any comment that doesn't feed into that will freeze the argument. It freezes it because then the spouse goes, wait a minute, that's not in the file. You should be doing this differently. You should be coming back with this. This is what you always say, and you're not saying it. Are you comfortable? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. Does anybody still deal with this? 1 or 2. Okay, great. You guys are doing great then. So, when we go to any go-to space, we start investing our light in patterns that we're not even aware of. And as you invest your light, you're creating your reality, aren't you? And here's my go-to space, nothing to do with arguing. Yesterday, I came in to close the November books. Yes, November. They were not done. And I'd started them, and I hadn't gotten around to finishing them because I was doing other work. And so I came in at 11, and I started reconciling the payables, the Visa. I started reconciling the receipts. Then I started looking at the banks, trying to do the journal entries for that. And then I'm doing something else, and I'm just keeping myself one more thing, Cindy. Just do one more thing. One more thing. Okay, I'm ready to key. I got all the back work done. Do you know how easy it is to write a journal entry wrong? It's easy. If you're doing manual work, it's easy. One more thing, Cindy, one more thing, one more thing. 5 hours later, one more thing. I am not in my body. My higher self, my good intentions, all that I am is way far away. And I am just pulling on rote stuff that I know. I know how to do this stuff. And am I making mistakes? Together? Yes. Because I'm not present. I rolled the whole thing, one more thing, and I'm $20 off. Now, had I been present, I would write that sucker off in a nanosecond. $20 is not in my scope. But I wasn't present. So that $20 could represent $1,000 over here, $850 over here, $5 over here. It could be a multitude of mistakes. Multitude, because I wasn't present. But I one more thing to myself, to the point that my higher self was no longer there. And I rolled home at 4:30, 5 hours plus, and I laid on the couch, and I said, I am not even here. And I had to take a nap. Do you do that to your light? Do you push yourself and push yourself and push yourself until who you are is not even participating? And you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to center in. I'm going to have to get fully present. I'm going to have to look at every single thing I did. I mean, it'll be fast. I'll recognize it. But I need to be present with it. So I know that I know. Our light is so valuable. It's so valuable just to be present in our bodies, no matter what we're saying, no matter what we're doing, no matter how we're handling arguments, no matter anything, to be present in our bodies, because we are the babies growing up. We're the infant Jesus, learning how to walk, learning how to talk, learning what makes sense, learning what doesn't make sense. That's who we are. And if I did that yesterday, do I pretty much know you guys one more thing yourself as well? Yeah. To exhaustion, to not being in touch with your light. Being present is the key to really knowing the light that you are. It is not production. Your producing is not the key. Being present is the key, because if you are present, your light is shining. And if your light is shining, it's affecting the entire world. It's affecting your world. It's affecting your reality. You see the difference? It's not production. It's presence. In The Way of the Sun, I wanted to share this. White Eagle. How do we become and be? Express the light. As you aspire toward God, as you endeavor to let the divine light within expand and grow so that all your thoughts are positive and good, all your aspirations are heavenward, you will set in motion a vibration of power. As we seek to expand our thoughts so all our thoughts are good. You guys, don't you know I was praying when I was 5 hours yesterday? My prayer was, I am lost, God. Father, Mother, God, help me. Oh, my God, this machine won't let me get in. It wouldn't let me get in for the first 10 attempts. Have you ever had that happen? But you see that, is it a prayer of faith? Is it a prayer of inclusion? It's a prayer of, I am so lost. I'm such a lost puppy right now. I'm swimming in an ocean, and I'm a lost puppy. Help me, God. God said, get up, go eat lunch. I did. I still couldn't get in. Okay, call Bonnie. I did. In discussing with her, I figured out what I was doing wrong. She didn't give me the answer, but at least I was following guidance. Inclusion of God in a way that allows us to think positive and good. Right? You guys with me? Okay. This will actually give us confidence in God. Have you ever thought about having confidence in God? I am now confident that what the path I am on, the light I'm on, the work I'm doing is perfect and one with God. Remember, God has endowed you with the qualities of His Son, the Christ. You have the power within to create your own heaven and to create your own hell. To create heaven or hell for your brother man. Yay, us. We have this beautiful God-given power of the Christ, and we get to create with it. Keeping our thoughts powerful, positively focused. All right. Praying that our higher self is fully present in our body. How do we do that? I do have a pattern. I'll share mine with you. I know you have yours. I pray that my higher self be fully present within me before I leave my house in the morning, when I arrive at church, before I do every single session, when I leave from church, and when I go to bed at night. So I'm constantly, if I am working, constantly asking that the Christ light shine through me so my work is of God love. And the girl having lunch is not the girl you're going to meet when you come in for a counseling. We can goof off right before, but the counseling time, we're now in God flow. You see? That same girl needs to show up at the computer. Fortunately, it's the lunch girl that goes to the computer. You see? So asking for Spirit to flow through you in everything that you do. And when we are feeling that lost moment, we can always have that confidence in God. And we can turn and say, okay, God, I'm feeling a little lost. Why am I here? Do I need to shut it down? Do I need to do something different? What do I need to learn? What are you showing me? Because I want everything to be in the flow of God love. And if God says, shut it down, you can't say, but God, my boss is waiting for this. You got to shut it down. Okay, God, I'm shutting it down. You handle the boss. He's waiting for it. And God goes, good, I got you. God, boss, will text you and say, I'm going home. I'll see you later. It always happens. But it's the consciousness of saying, I am floating, I'm not functioning, I'm not present. Help me. What do I need to do? What do I need to see? What do I need to learn? What do I need to do? To get back into how do I navigate this human body as the Christ? All right. How do we stay connected? I'll give you some 1, 2, 3s. Are you guys hearing me? Do you see the value of staying connected? Okay. The first thing is your affirmations. I know everybody has affirmations you're working with, don't you? You're going to have a bunch more come January 1. A lot of affirmations going into this new year. It's going to be amazing. So we have our affirmations. We have our spiritual breaks. Do you take a spiritual break during the day? I gotta go take a break. When I was in corporate, I had my little divine dip, what we divine dip, quiet mind. I would take my quiet mind and I'd say, I gotta talk to God, I'll be back in a few. Go do my divine dip, it'll only be gone 2 or 3 minutes. Breathe, center, and get back at it. But spiritual breaks are important when you're not feeling present. So very important. Your expectations of spirit too. We have affirmations of self, don't you? Affirmations, I am fabulous, I am wonderful, I have courage, I have success. But what are my expectations? Father, Mother God, I am fabulous and wonderful, and I know you've got me, and I know wonderful things are coming to me now. And I know I'm going to walk on water today, no matter what happens. I'm not going to get drugged down in the drama. I'm going to walk on water and send love to the world. I know that's going to happen. I know you're going to hold me. That would be an expectation I would create. But what expectation do you create for Spirit? Do you see the difference? Affirmations are on you. Expectations are on Spirit. Difference? Cooperative? Keeps us in the flow. Realizations, too. We don't really realize when some miracle happens. Don't you go, oh, God, that was fabulous. Thank you, God. Moving on. Perhaps those realizations could take a few more moments. Oh, God, thank you so much. You know I needed that. Let me just take a moment. Let me pull away from reality that I'm living in. Let me just say, God, you know my heart. You know I'm so very grateful. I just want to thank you, connect with you for that miracle that just happened. Thank you. Okay, I'm back at it. But taking the pause to not just roll by those miracles, taking the pause to take them in. You're still human. You still need to be fed. You still need to get your work done. We are a light in the world. We aren't solving problems. We are loving people. We're loving ourselves. If we are loving and living in love, there really are no problems. Spirit asked me to share this with you, so I shall. When David's grandmother died, Blanche, this was his dad's mom, there was a file folder by her chair. And in the little folder, were inner quest things that she had kept over the years. She would randomly keep an article. She had another whole thing of Patrick's poetry. And I inherited that little folder because she treasured these things. And I thought, I'm just going to keep it. So I kept it. And this morning, Spirit said, go get the folder. I wanted to share something. So we're sharing two things from the folder. 2011. I had done a meditation and I'd hit a fairy, which was unusual at the time. And she said, what brings you here? And I said, I don't know why I'm here. And then she said, focus on the earth. And this is what she said. When a fairy cries out for help, all fairies move to assist. Their nature response is oneness with each other. When a human cries out for help, no one responds. It is not because they don't want to help. It is because they are so centered in themselves they can't hear the cries of another. And this is me now, I thought about it for a moment, and I explained. Well, I'm telling the fairy now. If we respond to every cry, we would become depleted, I told her. She said, fairies become stronger by responding. The ones who share know that the energy they give restores balance. The ones who receive know that they are not going to be in distress for long. They never become victims like humans do. They can count on support from all. When you give support, you become stronger. When you are supported, you become stronger. If everyone helped, everyone would be stronger and no one would be depleted. Then she said, when you pray, say, God, what can I do this day? Instead of, God, put me where you need me for highest good of the whole. Begin to see our connectedness. Then we can see our connectedness with other realms. Say not, I am human, Human, but rather say, I am human, Humen. And that was her message. It was an idea of cooperation that still exists in that realm that does not exist in ours. And the idea of cooperation isn't fixing someone's problem. It's loving and sending light to all. Loving and sending light to all. Sharing our light with positive thoughts to humanity, to all. Spirit taught me a while ago, we're right by a fire station, so we hear the sirens all the time. And I was asked, because I'll always stop and send Reiki, and I was asked, please, in your prayer, ask that there is no fear where they are going. That wherever they are going, that the people have no fear. Because if there is no fear, they can feel the angels. And if there is no fear, the love of God can move into them. So by the time our emergency vehicles arrive, there's already comfort and peace surrounding the situation, so they can move through it easier. Sending love and light, just as we are all connected, sending love and light to help all of us move through what we need to move through. And the other thing that Spirit asked me to read was this. This is December 2004. Ready? And this is about Jesus. One day, a complete Christmas will have occurred, a Christing of the masses. One day, we will have achieved the wisdom and understanding that will maintain our connection with Spirit. We will see ourselves as the divine children co-creating on the earth. We will know ourselves as being of light. But until that day, we follow the example of Jesus. Jesus loved everyone he met. He cherished the earnest ones. He laughed with the free spirits and had such compassion on the sick ones. He never excluded any man. Jesus had that complete knowing that everyone on this earth was God's child. No matter the level of consciousness that was being demonstrated, he saw within every heart the spark of divine light, and he knew one day it would grow to full expression. He knew one day we would all Christ. And it just goes on to say, following the example is sending love. Following the example is being and seeing the divinity in all of us. How many stories are in our New Testament and Aquarian where Jesus just sent a healing thought and people were healed? Sent healing love and situations were harmonized. Our light that's in us, the power of the light within us, is our divinity, our Christ. And we need to recognize and be kind to the baby that we are. We're just now learning how to hold that frequency. We will have thoughts that are aggressive, won't you? You know, we will have thoughts that are protective. We will have thoughts that are not what we want to create. But when we recognize, oh, I want my light to go to harmony, when we send love after that thought, okay, God, whatever that is for, I'm going to send my love to it. When we really begin to become awake and aware, the light is the greatest power we can share. Then the healing for humanity has a chance. The healing for humanity has a chance. The light is the greatest we can share. Loving our brother man, loving everybody that's going through challenges, loving everyone is a great gift. And when we do that, we're Christing. Let's take it within. Allow yourself to breathe and allow yourself to find peace in your chair. Father, Mother God, we feel your love. And we welcome and feel the presence of Jesus the Christ, that beautiful Master, your Son, who mastered this earth. And just feel his love as he just joins you in your consciousness. And see the beautiful calm of light come over you so you are safe. Feeling the Jesus Christ consciousness by your side. And imagine you can look in his eyes. And he says to you, you've got this. It is easier than you think. Love is the natural breath of God. Love is the natural breath of Mother Earth. Love is your natural breath. And as he just holds you in the light, begin to feel your heart. Begin to feel the value of who you are. Not by performance, just by vibration. The radiant light you are. And imagine you can take a breath and let's send love to the world. Send your love. See it just going from this space out to all our brothers and sisters, to Mother Earth, to all life. The power I am is in the light in me. The power I have to share is the love in me. Begin to feel the peace. Breathe, and you can, if you choose, send a ray of love now to your reality. You get to choose the heaven experience you want. I send love into my reality, and I choose heaven. Feel the support of Jesus Christ. Feel His light with you as He gently brings you back into the awareness of the chair that you sit in, the light that's around you. I am growing in my light, and I am grateful. Thank you, God. Breathe, take a breath. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Could you feel the power of your light as you exhaled? Okay. As I was concluding the prep time this morning, Spirit said, you have one more thing that you can do to keep your light shining. Come to church. If you come to church, you are walking into an environment of people who love God. And your light just quickens because of it, because you may not know their name, but they're here because they love. And it just opens you tremendously. And you guys in Cyberland, we welcome you to come if you can. If not, just join us and you'll feel the love too. It opens our hearts and helps us grow that beautiful light within. Say yay, God.